Good afternoon, students. My name is M. Chandrasekhar. I want to take general organic chemistry for you. So, general organic chemistry. This is an important topic. Based on this general organic chemistry only, we can solve the problems of both first year organic chemistry and second year organic chemistry. So, this is the basis for entire organic chemistry. So now, first of all, chemistry of organic compounds. Organic compounds is called organic chemistry. The first organic compound synthesized in the laboratory was by the scientist called Wohler. He synthesized a compound called urea in the lab. So urea formula is NH2CONH2. This was the first organic compound synthesized by the scientist called Wohler in the laboratory. How he prepared this compound in the lab? Ammonium chloride, when reacts with potassium cyanide salt. This is ammonium chloride, this is potassium cyanide. Then we will get products ammonium cyanide and potassium chloride. Now here, everybody knows ammonium chloride, ammonium cation, chloride anion. Here we have potassium cation and cyanide anion. This is called as cyanide anion. Cyanide. So now, here carbons, 4 electrons are used. In that 3 electrons used to bond with nitrogen and 1 electron used to bond with oxygen. Now this carbon got octet. Like this. 1, 2 electrons, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So oxygen's outermost shell has 6 electrons. 1 has gone here and these are 2 lone pairs and 1 more electron to be bonded. This oxygen borrowed 1 electron from some other atom. So because of this extra electron, this has become minus. So this is now like this O minus bond C triple bond N. This is called as cyanide ion. This cyanide ion is associated with potassium ion here, making the compound called potassium cyanide. See, this oxygen belongs to group number 16. In the group number 16, oxygen, how it behaves, sulfur also behaves like that. Suppose, if this is S minus single bond C triple bond N, then this is called thiocyanate ion. Here I have to add thiocyanate ion. Now, suppose if this oxygen is attached to some R, this oxygen is attached to R by covalent bond, then this is called alkyl cyanide. It is attached to SCN, then it is called alkyl thiocyanate. So now, in organic chemistry, we consider this as a function group called as cyanate function group. This is called thiocyanate function group. Just like that, we have a function group called this O attached to N, attached to C by double bond, and carbon has a lone pair. Now this carbon has only 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not octet. Therefore, the lone pair of nitrogen forms a dative bond with carbon. Now this oxygen is attached to R. Then now this is called as CNO. This is written as NCO. This is called isocyanate. This is alkyl isocyanate. And this functional group is called isocyanate functional group. But suppose if it is like this minus charge and oxygen, N double bond with C, dative bond with C, then it is called isocyanate ion. This is cyanate ion, that is OCN. This is isocyanate ion, ONC, or this is called, this is CNO minus, this is called NCO minus. CNO minus is cyanide, NCO minus is isocyanate. Now, just like this, instead of oxygen, if I have sulfur, then we have a function group called as SCN. This is called thioisocyanate function group. Thioisocyanate function group, SNC. But now if it is S minus attached to N, double bond C, dative bond C, then this is called thioisocyanate. So overall, what are these ions between L, C, this CNO functional group is. This functional group is called cyanate functional group. Its structure is bond O, C triple bond N. Then, if this oxygen carries negative charge, O minus bond C triple bond N, then I can write this as OCN minus, this is called, this is cyanate functional group and this is called cyanate ion. Cyanate ion. Then, if it is like this, O attached to not C attached to N forms a double bond with C and dative bond with C. Then this is written as NCO function group and its name becomes isocyanate function group. Now here on this oxygen there is minus charge, double bond with C, dative bond with C, then it is called isocyanate ion. So these are cyanate functional group, cyanate ion. Isocyanate function group, isocyanate ion. But here, in place of oxygen, if sulfur is there, CNS, means CN will be S. Then it is called thiocyanate functional group. Now this becomes SCN minus ion. Here it becomes S minus. Then it is called thiocyanate ion. Thiocyanate ion. Now here, if it is sulfur here, that is called thioisocyanate functional group. If it is sulfur here, then thioisocyanate ion. So here the scientist Wöhler, what he did, he has taken O minus ion triple bond N, which I write as CnO minus ion, and this is attached to K plus. Then this is called as potassium cyanate salt. This potassium cyanate salt is heated with ammonium chloride. Then we will get ammonium cyanate and potassium chloride. Then this ammonium cyanate on heating isomerizes to NH2CO NH2. It is called urea. Like this Wöhler prepared urea in the laboratory. If you observe here, in this compound there are 2 nitrogens. In this also 2 nitrogens. In this compound there are 4 nitrogens. In this compound 2 to 4 nitrogens. And in this compound there is 1 carbon. In that also 1 carbon. In this compound 1 oxygen. In that compound also 1 oxygen. It means molecular formula of this compound and molecular formula of this compound are the same. But in this compound we have cyanate ion as a functional group. But in this compound, this is amine group and this is ketone group. There is amine group, there is ketone group. It means what? These 2 compounds, they have same molecular formula, but they have different functional groups. That's why they are called as functional isomers. So this is how the first organic compound in the laboratory was prepared by Wöhler. So like this now, I have let's say R O C triple bond N. R O C triple bond N. This is called alkyl cyanide. R S C triple bond N. Alkyl thiocyanate. Then R O N double bond C double bond with C. Alkyl isocyanate. R S N double bond C and double bond with C. This is alkyl isothiocyanate. In organic chemistry, we have compound called alkyl cyanides, RCN. This is cyanide. This is cyanide. So now, in this we have a function group called CN. Carbon forming 4 bonds, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nitrogen forming 3 bonds according to their valencies, and nitrogen has 1 lone pair. Then this RNC, if it is NC functional group, it is called isocyanate. This is called alkyl isocyanate. So now here there is a bond with R, here N, nitrogen is forming 3 bonds as per its valency. But carbon is having 2 more non-bonding electrons. So but carbon is having only 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore lone pair of nitrogen forms daily bond with carbon. This is called the structure of isocyanate function group. So if you are observing here, these are all organic compounds I am saying, but everybody is having got carbon. So now, from this, we can make a conclusion that compounds containing carbon are called organic study of those compounds containing carbon is called organic chemistry. So, study of carbon compounds is called organic chemistry. Carbon compounds. But you see, we have carbon monoxide, we have carbon dioxide, we have carbonic acid H2CO3, we have sodium carbonate Na2CO3, we have sodium bicarbonate NaHCO3. So we have so many salts having carbonate ion, they are called carbonate salts. We have so many salts having bicarbonate ion. But all these compounds also have carbon in them. But these are not called organic compounds. These are not organic compounds. Why? The reason is, if you take sodium bicarbonate, calcium carbonate, sodium carbonate, zinc carbonate, magnesium carbonate, iron carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, all these salts, they occur in the earth crust. Means they are taken out from the earth. Anybody taken out from the earth is called mineral. So means they are all minerals. Means all these salts are of mineral origin. Now, but all these salts, their parent acid is carbonic acid. See, carbonate salts and bicarbonate salts are called salts of which acid? This acid is called carbonic acid. It means carbonic acid is also of mineral origin. But carbonic acid is prepared by dissolving carbon dioxide in water. Carbon is a non-metal. Carbon dioxide is nothing but oxide of non-metal. Oxide of any non-metal is acidic oxide. Acidic oxide is dissolved in water forming oxalic acids. The oxalic acid formed is H2CO3. So indirectly carbon dioxide is also of mineral origin. Then next, carbon monoxide when burnt in oxygen, you will get carbon dioxide. It means carbon monoxide is also of mineral origin. It means carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, carbonates, bicarbonate, all these salts are of mineral origin. Anybody that is of mineral origin is not called organic compound. It is called inorganic compound. So, definition of inorganic compound is the compounds that are of mineral origin are the compounds that are extracted from the earth crust are called inorganic compounds. So they are also extracted from earth crust. So therefore they are inorganic compounds, not organic compounds. So coming to the carbon compounds. So study of compounds that are of mineral origin is called inorganic chemistry. Study of compounds that are of plant and animal origin. Plant and animal origin. So the compounds that are